Well, there we are. Almost missed. Well, I lost a little disciple. He's going back to shooting his compound, and that's okay. That's okay. And he's pretty darn good with it, too. But he gave up on his trad bow. We bought a long bow here a while back, and he just become frustrated. He's listening to a lot of stuff on the internet, YouTube and this and that and the other and all that, and he's basically just got frustrated. He's listening to people preach that gap shooting's got to do it, split vision's got to do it, even string walking, that's what you got to do and all that. And he's taking that stuff to heart, being a young fellow like he is. And I've been down that same road. I started back in 1967, and I'm here to tell you, in 2025, you have got to develop your own style. My style is what, Ed? How do you shoot, Ed? What's your style? My style is freestyle. And I say freestyle because I don't tick folks off like saying I shoot instinctive, which that's what freestyle is. And the only way I can prove that to you is I got into trick shooting because years and years and years ago I went to a summer camp for disabled kids, severely disabled kids, special needs kids. And I done some shooting, rolling ball, put the fire out on the candle, and my finale was a garbage bag full of helium-filled balloons, and I took a little girl and a little boy out of the gallery and let them release the balloons one at a time, and I'd act like I didn't see them, and they'd go to hollering, and I'd turn around, I'd shoot with flu-flus, and after it was over, the camp director invited the kids down to come talk to me and see me touch my bow and all that kind of stuff, and I've never been loved on that way before or since. it got me, okay. Well, anyhow, that was the beginning, I guess, of my public trick shooting. And I've done it for men's ministries, I've done it for other summer camp, I've done it here and yonder, wherever the Lord sends me, I'll go. But I'm here to tell you, to shoot the way I shoot, you have got to develop a relationship with your bow. If you don't do that, if you remain so mechanical, and when I say mechanical, I'm talking about the gap shooting, split thing, you got to do something a certain way. My style of shooting not going to work for you. I mean, it just, and I use people. There was a young lady, and I guess she still is, Jennifer Delaney. I think she hails from Texas, that does trick shooting in her backyard with a recurve. I mean, just phenomenal, shooting. James Jean, I mean, he's another Lars Anderson, basically, except he's not shooting a 25-pound bow like Lars, and he don't thumb release and stuff. I mean, there's just a smorgasbord of talented people out there. And if you watch them, except for the Olympic shooters and stuff like that, field archery shooters and stuff like that, their style I would call freestyle. I mean, Jennifer, I think the one that really got me, and I said, well, I'm gonna try that one day. She took a metal ring and she shoots a recurve, and she put that ring up right in the bend in her recurve, and she flipped it towards her backstop and drew and shot the arrow through the ring. Now that impressed me. But either way, I shoot freestyle, and I can't explain it any other way. The closest I can get to that, if you want to research it, Byron Ferguson, sorry for that train, Byron Ferguson wrote a book years ago called Become the Arrow, and the philosophy in that is forget about your bow, and forget about all this other stuff, and cast yourself, put yourself as that arrow as it leaves the bow and goes to the target. And that's basically, either way you cut it, that's instinctive shooting. So There you go. I call it freestyle. You know, I look at some of these people that trick shoot for fun and all that kind of stuff. And I'll put a clip on here. It's one of my most requested ones, if that means anything. Out here, I took a tennis ball from about 25 yards, threw the tennis ball, and it came down, and I drew with my hunting bow. Now, these ain't 20-pound bows. This is a 56-pound longbow. Drew and shot and hit the tennis ball before it hit the ground. You say, well, yeah, that's, wow. Okay, that's, okay. Same thing with Miss Jennifer, same thing with James, same thing with some of these other people and all. You have to have, and I'm going to call it a gift, you have to have the gift of tracking. Byron Ferguson, when his beautiful wife throws up the aerial targets for him and he does all this stuff, he has got a phenomenal gift of being able to track stuff. People say, well, Ed, all you got to do is wait till it gets to his apex. I said I threw it and it was falling. So, and anyhow, in your mind, when you shoot freestyle, your mind is computing the path of that ball, and you know how far you got to get it out in front of it, whether it's going up, whether it's going down, whether it's going sideways. I shoot moving targets out here all the time. I even shared that my bag target is swinging. It's swinging hard today in the wind. That target is hanging. I mean for it to move. You know, I have shot very few deer standing still. Very few. But you practice that. I had a hunting trip a few years ago where Jennifer and Jeff Jackson was with us, and the deal was we were going to get a meat deer. So during the week, I hung a stand on a sawtooth oak tree because I knew the does were going to come. The hogs had about decimated the acorns, but either way, the deer were going to come clean up. And I was sitting there, and sure enough, about 50 yards over the wood line, here come a doe. And she come right up, and I was looking for her to come in front of me, a little chip shot, okay? She didn't. She turned and went right beside me. And when she got behind me, I just come around, never stood up, just sitting in my stand, and shot her. And she ran over there right at the wood line and collapsed. And then my phone shook in my pocket, so I eased my phone out, and it was one of my buddies. And I didn't realize they were sitting on the other end of the field in the sawtooth, and they could see me. She was looking at me with binoculars. How do you do that? And it was a big joke. But anyway, we got our meat deer, at least one anyhow. But it's freestyle. I practice shooting behind me, and I'll show you what I mean. I'll put a clip on here. But anyway, don't get discouraged if you're trying to trad bow. Just stay with it, but be searching and looking for your particular style, because you'll shoot better and you'll enjoy it more. And I tell you once more, I told you got to have a relationship with your bow and arrow. It don't hurt to have a relationship with Jesus Christ, and I'm asking you right now, do you? Is he your Lord and Savior? Is he the one that you love to where he can love you back? And if you're looking at one, I got a relationship with him first and foremost, and I got a relationship with what he's gifted me with, and I give him the praise and glory for it. Stick around. We're going to have a little bit of fun. See you. Well, that's a hit. We'll go down and see. Okay, Ricky. There's your ring on the arrow. There you have it. And that's how you do it.